Alright, so welcome back everybody. So for this video, I'm going to be unboxing Terraforming Mars Prelude 2, Terraforming Mars Automa, and Terraforming Mars Milestones and Awards. Okay, this is the stuff that I got for the new stuff I got for Terraforming Mars. I didn't get any of the maps or the playmats. I didn't get any of the new promos or any of the promos, because I figured this is good enough for now. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what everything looks like. We'll start with Milestones and Awards. Okay, so here we go. So it looks like these are all basically the same as they would be in a normal board, but then we've got, some new stuff here. Interesting. Energizer. Oh, that's a question mark. Tactician, Diversifier, Cultivator, Magnate, Space Baron, Eccentric, Contractor. I think the reason why these are on tokens now is what you'll do is you'll put these on the board, and so you might still play with, Gardener or something, but then play with some of the newer ones too, sort of a mix. So it's not the same awards. I mean, the same awards and the same milestones every game. That's why they've got them on this. I think that's the case, because then we've got the Ecologist. So that's really useful if you're going that route, to back that one. You have a lot of those tags. Producer, Generalist. Wow, just so many different things here. Benefactor. Okay, interesting. Then we've got, Farmer. That's cool. Biologist has an award, for instance. That's cool. So yeah, lots of different awards and milestones that you could have in the game to make the game more variable every time you play. Botanist. I like that one. Having a huge amount, having the most plant production at the end of the game. The player who has the most would win that award. Botanist. That's cool. I like that. Zoologist. Like that one already. Forester. Cool. For an award. Hydrologist. That's cool. All right. Cool. And looks like we've got Landshaper. So Visionary, a whole bunch of stuff. Cool. So those are the milestones and awards that I got, or I guess it's sort of like a mini expansion. We'll look at Prelude 2 last, because I think these are going to be the most exciting cards in this unboxing video. So then I've got Automa, which is for the solo version. So you can play a new solo type of game, so you can feel like when you're playing solo, you're playing against another player. So we've got some black and white cubes here, and some clear ones, And, yeah. So, cool. Very cool. So the cubes. So a bunch of cubes for who knows exactly what. We've got, what are these? Let's look at this. All right, let's open this up. I wonder what these are for. Maybe some sort of divider or something for the cards or something? I don't know. Maybe a divider. Maybe you use these when you play. I have no idea. Okay, cool. We got some bags. Two bags. So that's nice. Looks like we've got whatever this is. Looks like a brain. Huh. Okay, maybe this is supposed to be Automa or something. I don't know. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Token. So we've got the rule book, and some more rule books. Let's see here. Prelude and Prelude 2, adding expansions. So additional information most likely. So that way when you play Automa, but you want to play with one of the expansions like Colonies or something, or Venus Next, that's probably all of that. How you would play that Automa with all of the expansions, or with an expansion. I don't know what this is, but I'm sure this is like a track for Automa to use, maybe. And they're double-sided, and they're differently named on each side, which means it looks the same. It looks. I'm looking at one of the lanes here, one of the colors, and it looks like it's exactly the same on each side. So, but maybe that's just my imagination. Maybe there are some differences and I'm just not noticing. But yeah, there's a few of these, and they're double-sided, and they have different names on them. So, yeah. Okay. Maybe, okay, maybe these are the different sides of Mars if you're playing, if you have multiple boards or something, which I don't think I have. I don't think I've got, I don't think I have any of the boards. I'll have to look. But yeah, I don't think I have any of the extra boards. So anyways, that is what that is. Okay, cool. Well, we got those, and we've got some nice indented stuff here. I like this. So that's cool, probably for Automa, I would imagine. If you're playing with the Venus Next expansion, it's probably a track for Automa to use, your solo opponent. This is also probably something for Automa to use, probably. So, okay, for Colonies expansion, if you're playing with that one. And then we just got one more indebted track thing here for Automa to probably use, maybe. So, yeah, okay. So there's that. Okay, cool. And then we've got the cards for Automa. So let's take a look at these cards, see what they look like. All right. Almost got it. All right. So here's the cards. Meteor Shower. You must lose 5 plants. Okay. Invasive Species. So these are actually pretty cool because this is like new stuff. I don't think there's a card in the game called Invasive Species, or Meteor Shower for that matter. So this is something to use when you're playing with Automa or something to make the game more challenging, maybe? Maybe. But yeah, so we'll just try to go through these. You can pause if you really want to look at the cards. So you guys can see all the cards. This is something you want to get for yourselves if you guys like Terraforming Mars and you didn't back the Kickstarter and you want to play solo with Automa, then this gives you an idea of place the MarsBot local neural instance tile. So this is a card that works with that token, that tile that I saw earlier. Okay, so it's a special tile that works with this card. Interesting. Corporate competition. And then there's another one of those. Another one of those. There's a lot of these corporate competitions. Interesting. Different artwork on each one. Outer system foothold. Shipping lines. Rapid sprouting. Supply and demand. Venusian lobby. So this is for Venus next. Build, build, build. Okay, those looks like those are all of those cards. However, whatever they are for exactly is beyond me. And I decided to get this expansion. I didn't really delve too much into what everything does. Wanted to learn as I go. Okay, so Creditor is a corporation. And it looks like it's for the Mars bot, which is probably the name of Automa in this game. So this is a corporation probably that your solo opponent, Mars bot, could potentially start with. So that's interesting that he gets potentially his own, its own corporations. That's cool. Ecoline, Hellion. Just played Terraforming Mars today with my friend, and he won by a huge amount of points, and this definitely helped him get that huge advantage, that corporation there. We won't let him have that corporation again. Just kidding. Into planetary cinematics, Eventrix, Mining Guild, Foblog, Saturn Systems, Terractor, Tharsis Republic, Thorgate. This is the one I had for the game, for corporation. Thor's Gate. United Nations Mars Initiative. Jianshin Mars. That one's Prelude. Point Luna. Robinson Industries. Valley Trust is definitely Prelude. Vitor. Arcadian Communities. Astro Drill. I can't even read that one. Oh, Factorum. Pharmacy Union. Fillers. I wonder if some of these are for Turmoil, because I don't have Turmoil. Recyclon. Splice. I wonder if it says what expansion it's for, because I don't remember seeing some of these. They must be for, they either are new or they're corporations from Turmoil, which I don't have. Now I think I remember this one. Viron. Yes, I definitely remember Viron. And this one is definitely Venus Next. So is this one. I do remember Aphrodite, in Venus Next. Manutech, remember that one. Aurador. Definitely remember Arclight. I love this one so much. That one. Poseidon E. Stormcraft. Lakefront Resorts. Pristar. Whatever that one is. Terra Labs. Utopia Invest. Ecotech. There's a lot of corporations here I don't recognize, so some of them must be new that aren't in previous expansions. Or yes, that's what it is. Some of these are probably in Prelude 2 over there. That's probably why I haven't seen most of these. Some of these. And then just some new milestones and awards for the solo player, I'm assuming, to utilize. And they're double-sided, too. So, hold on. Oh, there's the same on each side, it looks like, but they're different stuff on each side for the same card. That's what it is. Hopefully you guys saw most of the cards or were able to see cards when you decided you wanted to pause on the video to look at something that interested you. Hopefully I did a good job showing you guys everything that was in the Automa solo box, and then final scoring, and a player aid or something for the Mars bot. Cool. So that's everything inside of the Automa box. So we just have one more thing to look at. So let's take a look at that. Let's move that out of the way. Put those there. Okay, finally, we're on to the main event. Prelude 2. A lot of people who love this game think that Prelude is an essential expansion. And yes, it's an essential expansion. So more stuff for Prelude, basically, Prelude 2. Oh, come on, this was a no-brainer of getting. Definitely had to get this. This was the whole reason why I backed the campaign, was to get this. The Automa thing was just something I thought was cool, that it was extra. The Milestones and awards was just extra. This is what I wanted, though. Prelude 2. This is what I'm looking forward to playing with more. Okay, so these must be all the Prelude cards. And then these are corporations and just new cards to play with. New action cards to play with. So let's take a look at these Prelude cards first. This is the moment, like I said, I've been waiting for. So let's see here what we got. Anti-desertification techniques. Cool. All right. It doesn't seem like, I'm not sure what these icons will mean. I mean, I know that that first one is definitely a Prelude icon, but I think this can just simply be added to Prelude. One, you could just play with this card. I don't know if that's the same for all of these Prelude cards. Oh, it looks like we have some regular cards in here too. But yeah, so we'll see. We'll see. We will see what we can see. So let's see. Yeah, that seems like that would work with the base game with no other expansions. And we got adequate aqueduct systems. Well, that's cool. Doesn't seem like you need a special expansion to play that. Astra Mechanica. Same thing with that one. Carbon nanosystems. When you play a science tag, including this, add a graphene resource here. What's a graphene resource? I mean, I know there's resources for cards and things. I'm assuming that graphene isn't a turmoil thing that was in turmoil, because I don't have turmoil, but I'm assuming that you don't need turmoil to play this, because I don't know what's in turmoil. So, cool. Okay. Then we got some corporations. Asteroid. Standard projects. Doesn't look like I've seen the asteroid resource on the I know that the asteroid resource is on a couple of the cards, or one of the cards in the base game. So yeah, it doesn't look like you need any special expansion to play with that corporation either. Same thing with this corporation, with Tycho Magnetics. Doesn't seem like you need an expansion to play with it. Or certain expansion, I mean. Siberia Systems. Cool. Established methods. Giant solar collector. See, Venus. That one's got the Venus on it. Let's see here. Oh, so yes, this one has the two icons. This black one, which indicates that this is Prelude 2, and then the pink one, which is also Prelude 1, basically, and 2 technically. So that means you can play with this one. You can introduce it to your normal Prelude base game, regular play of this. However, this one is only for if you're playing with Venus Next. So you need to have the Venus Next expansion. You need to be playing with that one in order to play with this Prelude card. See, that's what I was assuming that this was going to be. I thought for sure that these cards were going to introduce other cards that would require you to play with certain expansions. So that's what I was thinking. So that's why I'm separating everything right now. So that way I can, you know, put them in their corresponding expansion, I guess. This one, that's a different type of icon. Gain one mega credit per empty area adjacent to your tiles. Okay, well, it doesn't seem like you need a special expansion to play that. Same thing with this one. And this one. Move the nomads to an adjacent That's interesting. That's new. Nomad is new. But it doesn't have any special icon on it, so you can just play it. Add it to the base game just fine. Same thing with Martian Lumber Core. Requires that you have 2 granary tiles. Cool. This one has just a lot going on with it, doesn't it? But it doesn't look like it. Yeah. So yeah, that can be added to the game. Interesting. Red ships, huh? Solar Logistics. Once again, a lot of stuff going on. 1 victory point per cathedral in play. Huh. Cathedral. Silver cube. This works with silver cubes. Huh. Well, Automa came with silver cubes. Is that what that means? I don't know. Silver cubes. Wait. That means no. Silver cubes are the 5. They're the money. They're the credits that count as 5 credits, I would imagine. Right? Silver cubes. That's what that is. I think. It has. So you're doing something special with them, is my guess. Okay. Well, that's different. Whatever that is. This is for colonies. This is a Prelude card that you can only play with if you are playing with the colonies expansion. For sure. Strategic base planning. So I'll have to make a mental note of that. Those are sliding. Okay. And then we have this one, which looks like it can just be added to the base game. So lots of new cards already so far that you don't need to have an expansion for. Okay, we're almost done. We still got some more cards here. Hold on. Okay. All right, so here we have another corporation, Ecotech. See, I knew I never noticed. I never saw this corporation before. So it's a new corporation with Prelude 2. Oh, there's so much to love about this one. And it doesn't look like you need any special expansion to play with except for Prelude 2, or Prelude 1 anyway. So that's cool. Yeah, I guess we'll put it here. So it does, well, we'll put it here because I'm always going to play with Prelude in the game anyway. Nergal Enterprises. Now, I will always play with Prelude. Regardless of how many expansions I had, I'll always play with Prelude. Nergal Enterprises. Interesting. Paladin Shipping. I have no idea how to pronounce that. But that's that one. Spire. Some more Prelude cards. Applied Science. Okay, this one will work without the Prelude 2. I mean, without the other expansions, except for maybe Prelude 2. This one works with Venus Next. Board of Directors. Cool. Add 4 director resources here. They are doing a lot of new stuff, aren't they? This is for colonies. Colony Trade Hub. So I'll put that there. Corridors of Power. That's got to be for Turmoil. That icon there, I've never seen it. So that's got to be for Turmoil. Probably. Yeah, Party Leader. I remember Turmoil having a Party Leader. So yeah, that's Turmoil. Don't have that, so obviously I won't be playing with that card ever. Let's see. Early Colonization. Another Colonies Prelude card. This is a Venus. It should be a Venus Next card because it's got floaters. I don't know why it doesn't have the icon for Venus Next on it, but this is definitely for Venus Next. Floating Trade Hub, that was. Organized, Focused Organization. Okay, cool. High Circles. Another Turmoil card. Industrial Complex. Main Belt Asteroids. Another one with asteroids. Nobel Prize. Okay, I thought that one was a little weird. Old Mining Colony. Another Colonies. Venus Next. Another Venus Next one. Planetary Alliance. Preservation Program. Skip the first TR you gain in each generation action phase, but you get to raise your TR rating 5 steps? Huh. I feel like this is a horrible card. You get 5 now right away maybe, but you're definitely going to play more than 5 rounds. I don't know about that one. Yeah, I don't know if I would choose that. That would have lasting repercussions. Project Eden. You have to discard 3 cards to play this? That's 12 money that you would have to keep 3 cards you don't want. That would cost you 12 money. And then you do this, and you have to discard 3 cards. I don't know if I like that. But then you get to place an ocean tile, and a city tile, and a greenery tile. That's cool. I don't know how I feel about the penalty for that. That's like basically 12 money down the drain. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that one. Recession. And that one you don't need an expansion for, it looks like. Colonies, Venus Next, or Turmoil, I should say. Recession. Rise to Power. Yeah, that's Turmoil. Ooh, Soil Bacteria. I think that's cool. Draw 2 microbe cards and gain 3 plants. That's interesting. I like that. Okay. If you had cards like these, though, it means you would probably have to shuffle the discard pile at some point. Yeah, probably so. Because you could be drawing a lot of cards until you got those microbe cards. Space Lanes. Oh, this one's for Venus Next. Suitable Infrastructure. Cool. Terraforming Deal. It's an interesting effect where each step your TR is raised, you get 2 mega credits. That's kind of cool. Venus Contract. This is definitely for Venus Next. And another one for Venus Next. And another one for Venus Next. There's a lot here for Venus Next. Okay. And I guess the rest are just action cards. Wow, I gotta say, there's a lot of new action cards in this Prelude 2, that's for sure. There was only like 7 in the original one. Okay, so this one is for colonies. Do I have a spot for cards that are only for colonies? No, I don't, so... that's colonies. Let's move that out of the way, because this one's for Venus Next. Actually... that's for colonies, too. This one is for colonies. So it goes here. This one is colonies and turmoil. What? So is this one. You need colonies and turmoil to play that? Okay, and that one, too. Okay, well, we won't be playing with those two. Let's see. This one is for turmoil and Venus Next, but it's turmoil too. So can't play with that one. Oh, we got one here for Venus Next, floating refinery. I guess I'm gonna have to get turmoil at some point now. If there's a bunch of cards here for turmoil, Frontier Town. That one's only for turmoil. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. It said all the expansions. Turmoil as well for this one. Ishtar Expedition. This one's for Venus Next. Another one for Turmoil. This one's for colonies. And, ooh, I like this one. Microgravity Nutrition. This one's for colonies. And another one for turmoil. This one's Venus Next and colonies. Huh. Well, let's put it with colonies, because I will probably play Venus Next and colonies at some point together, but... well, yeah, because it works for both, right? You'd have to play with both expansions to play that card. Still, if I'm going to play with colonies, I think I don't mind adding Venus Next into the fray. But, you know, to new players, I might add Venus Next, but not colonies, you know? Let's see. That one's Turmoil, special permit. This one is also Turmoil. This one's for Venus Next. Summit Logistics is also for Turmoil. And it's also for colonies. That's colonies right there. But still, looks like it's for turmoil. At least it says it is on the tag. I don't know on that one. Some of these I'm going to have to go over with them again. Unexpected application. Venus Next. Cool. This one is Venus Next and colonies. Venus Allies. Venus Orbital Survey. That's for Venus Next. Venus Shuttles. That's for Venus Next. Venus Trade Hub for both colonies and Venus Next. And the last one is only for colonies by the looks of it. But man, draw 3 Prelude cards and play one of them? Oh, that's cool. Now I have to get Turbo, it looks like. Okay. Well, I hope you guys liked this unboxing video. Hopefully this kind of gives you an idea of, you know, what the new cards are and how many will work for certain expansions. Like, if you don't have Turmoil like I do, you know, there's not that many cards here. There's a lot of cards here that basically work without Turmoil, probably. There might be 1 or 2 that, you know, that actually don't. But for the most part, we've got a lot of cards here that you can play without Turmoil. But look, that's a nice chunk of cards there for Turmoil. If you... that you would have to have Turmoil in order to play with. Still, that's not a lot. Venus Next, looks like it got only a little bit in comparison, though. And colonies didn't get that much. But then again, some of these are also both colonies and Venus Next. But yeah, if you only have the base game and you only like playing with Prelude as an expansion, this is what you're getting. You're going to get to play with to add to the game, to your base game. This is the base game cards, basically, that you can play with the base game, basically, without the other expansions except for Prelude 1 and Prelude 2. So that's not too bad. It's a nice little chunk there of cards, and a lot of them were really cool. And then we've got, and these were for colonies, these Prelude cards. But look at all these new Prelude cards that you can get, that you can just play if you have Prelude 2 and Prelude 1. That's a lot. That's a pretty good amount of new Prelude cards to add some more replayability to the game for sure. And it looks like some of these you don't even necessarily need to play anything from Prelude 2 because they don't have that little black dot icon next to them. But some of them do. You know? It's pretty cool nonetheless. I think that's pretty cool. And then we've got new corporations that you can play with. Yeah, I think this is great. I think Prelude 2 is an awesome expansion. Like I said, we just want more stuff with our games, and this adds a whole lot more stuff. So thank you guys for watching this unboxing video. I'll see you guys again next time. Bye.